Wajahat, let me start with you. How hamstrung do you feel about launching a full throttle attack, as I know you've been doing and are itching to do, about Trump's abuse of the pardon system as you see it, given Joe Biden's obvious blatant abuse, which we've just heard from Victor Davis Hanson, unprecedented apart from when Ford pardoned Nixon. We've never seen preemptive pardons like this. How neutered do you feel? I mean, do you feel like every time you try and go after Trump for this, everyone on the right will go, hang on, what about your guy?
No, I'm not worried about that at all. And it's interesting that I never thought I'd be old enough to share a panel with a violent insurrectionist who voluntarily joined a mob incited by Trump to overthrow a free and fair election. But this is America. And to answer your question, Piers, I actually want to read very quickly some words by an author who I agree with, who shares my sentiments. I'm going to quote him very quickly. The Republican Senate cowards should hang their heads in shame. Pretending the Capitol riot wasn't a Trump-inspired insurrection is as deluded as saying 9/11 had nothing to do with bin Laden's terrorism. The author continues, and I completely agree with this author, that Donald Trump was the man whose ugly, violent rhetoric directly led to what happened on January 6th. He took the most powerful megaphone in the world and he screamed at his enraged, unhinged, diehard fan base to go to the Capitol that day and fight for his presidency, that he lied about being stolen from him. So that's exactly what thousands of them did. Many of the rioters have said it in their own words, that it was Trump's command that drove them to the Congress. And finally, shame on Donald Trump for continuing to perpetuate a grotesque, inflammatory lie that threatens to imperil the very foundation of American democracy, end quote. That was you, Piers Morgan, 4 years ago in the Daily Mail. I share your sentiment.
Yeah, it was me. That is what I wrote at the time. That is what I felt at the time. And I didn't think we'd ever see Donald Trump run for office again. I was wrong. Not wrong
so what
about.
Changed?
I wasn't wrong about the
changed?
sentiments I expressed that day. I thought it was horrendous. However, the pardons have happened.